last week they started off in that cavern where they fought the gibbering mouther, the little rock. Yeah, so they searched the lake. They found some coins and stuff. They verified it was the well that's above this room, the hole in the ceiling. To the north, the passage led off with a stream, and it kind of like starts sloping downhill pretty quickly. Enough to where they would, like, if they follow that, it would go down significantly. So they went to the path to the south west, followed it. It was just like a little narrow cave, and that went for a bit, and then they found the back side of a secret door. The cave continued on. They went long enough to know, like, hey, we've traveled long enough that, we're probably away from that area significantly. So they came back, went through the secret door, and discovered it led to the room where they met Agriel, the like ghoul that was reading the books in that little room, the little cross-shaped room. And had a little conversation with him, let him know that, because he was like, "Oh, you guys survived. Did you run away from the ghouls?" And they told him, "No, we killed the ghouls." And he got excited about that. And he's like, all right, well, do you mind if I go eat them? Because it's been a while. I don't like to eat live people, but those guys are dicks, and I don't like them, and I need something to eat. So he ran off to do that. You guys continued north towards the library, decided to search the doors you hadn't opened before, and came to the room where the haunting happened, where like the letters on the wall ran, and you followed the footsteps. That room wasn't glowing anymore at this time. And I mean, it had only been a little bit ago. I think Meredith kind of thought about it and was like, if it was some sort of haunting, or sometimes like it takes energy, and it might take a while to get that energy back. There was a room across the hall from that they opened up. Seemed to be a very similar room with an old beat up couch. Kick-Ass started to go in it and had this feeling of being watched. And then a giant eyeball opened up in the wall and saw into his soul, causing some psychic damage. So they ran away. They shut the door and ran away. Once they got away from it, I think it made everybody like frightened too. Like, I don't know if it did damage to more than Kick-Ass, but anybody who was standing in the hallway that saw it was also like under the effects of it. And so I think Meredith got freaked out, started to run away a little bit. So they shut the door. After a minute, kind of calmed down. They're like, okay, let's go somewhere else. Continue to go to the north. Found the room with where the mist was and everything. You fought that mist creature. Went north from there. Found some stairs up that you hadn't gone up before, and then found another door, which opened up and into a room with a devil in it. And I don't know if I said this in the last session, but when you guys were talking, he would have introduced himself as Corlock. And basically, he kind of seemed kind of like bored in the room there. There was like markings on the wall. You know how people like scratch it, but the walls were just covered with marks. And he kind of turned and was like, all right, you guys, for intruders, you guys are under arrest for trespassing, and kind of gestured towards like a cell door, like, leave your weapons in this room, go in the cell. And they were kind of like, well, we don't really want to do that. Talked to him a little bit, and he, said, hey, it was under contract to Belcora. He knew that she was dead, but he doesn't know his contract terms. So he made a deal with them that he could put off arresting them for a while if they were to go find his contract and let him look at it to see if there was some sort of loophole. So he warned them not to come back without it. So they left, went back to that big hallway with the books and the many doors that they hadn't opened up to the east. Saw the one that was marked Belcora's office. Figured that was, the jailer Corlock. He's like, I don't know where the contract is, but it's probably somewhere in the library. They saw the door named Belcora's office. They went through that. There was one room with a desk and like a chandelier with an ever-burning crystal in it, which they grabbed. And then they went into another room, which had like a fountain and some comfy chairs, and it was very plush decorated, and a little tiny flying creature. It's the wrong room. A little tiny flying creature who wanted to play a game with them, and they just wanted to play. And they said, no thanks, we don't want to play with you. You don't seem very nice. And so he got mad and attacked him. And then that was, once they fought that creature, they were into the session. So they haven't searched this room or anything like that yet. So you guys spend about 10 minutes searching the room. You guys want to click on that perception check in the chat room for me? Anyone who's Cedric, Kickass, and Mezix clicked on the perception if Conan or Meredith want to search the room.
Well, why did that? Oh, there it is.
Oh, it probably popped up the window and I didn't trigger it. There you go.
All right, so looking through the room, there's, some books around that you're looking through. You find stuffed inside of one collection, turns up a little slender volume called Ineffable Hauntings. It was tucked inside of a larger book about ghosts. And flipping through it, you see a formula for create undead. A create undead ritual to create poltergeists. It also contains... Oh, go ahead.
Is that like, does that mean it's like a spell scroll that I could learn this?
It's a ritual, which I believe most people could do it. You're going to have a check to do it, so someone with more magical ability is going to be better at it. Gotcha. But I don't believe, and I can look that up. But yeah, it's like a ritual. So you guys have found one for like the teleport.
Gotcha. Yeah, you had said a formula, so I didn't know. Like, I didn't know a formula becomes a ritual. I didn't know if it becomes that like a spell scroll. I didn't know what like formula for how to use it.
Yeah. And the also contains a detailed academic analysis of the ghostly weapon spell. Which is a 3rd level spell. If a character who can cast 3rd level arcane or occult spells could probably use that to retrain a 3rd level spells they know into ghostly weapon with 1 day of downtime. Or a wizard could transcribe that spell into their spellbook.
Both of those sound like maybe Cedric.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be able to cast it now, but if you spent a day of downtime, you could probably like scribe that into your book and study it for when you'd be able to cast 3rd level spells. It might come in handy. You also are able to find 1 bulk of valuable books. I will put those in your... I'll put them in on Meredith. for now if you wanted to give them to someone else. They are heavy. I guess it's just enough to encumber you, so maybe we want to put them on Codon or something. You also find, kind of stuffed in one of the couch cushions, a key, and it looks like it had the symbol of Araden. It basically has like a symbol with like an eye with wings.
Good god. A bad god, a neutral god. Is that a god at all? With the
Give me
Oregon?
a recall knowledge check.
Sure.
I would like to do that as well.
Do you pop up a little button that we click on?
It's just in
Or
your
is that
basic action macros. I don't think I can
Okay.
do the recall knowledge one. And I think
Okay.
Kick-Ass, you were holding the keys, right? Like you
I think so, yeah.
were keeping the keys. So I put in there defaced iron key in your inventory.
A contract. Did we find a contract by any chance?
Not in this room. There does not seem to be any contracts.
And after finding that volume on summoning undead, which I don't recommend anybody doing, a good idea. It'll only get you in trouble. But anyway, after finding that, I made sure we flipped through the rest of the books in this office. Is there anything hiding in any of the other? To be thorough, that seems to be something they do.
so? Is like a necromancer type class controlling dead minions not a thing that you can do in this one?
Oh, it's totally a thing you can do. Just like Meredith as a cleric who wants to be a cleric of a nature god who wants to be a druid of that nature god. Like Meredith says, don't do that.
Okay.
It's not a good thing. It'll only get you in trouble. But yes, as a player, you can 100% you could be an undead master.
So surprisingly, Codon, after looking at that key, is the first one to recognize that it's a symbol of Arden, who is it's a lawful neutral god of the deity of humanity. And is basically believed to be the founder of the city of Absalom.
And I will mention that.
We've seen that iconography anywhere else in this keep yet?
No, this one you haven't seen. before.
Like there's not a matching door before. Okay.
We will hold on to that.
Alrighty, so you have two doors in this room, or did you want to backtrack?
Might as well check out the other rooms or doors here.
By the time I go through the whole party, we're spending almost an hour. So yeah, like knock yourselves out. Check the door. At any given time, one of you is busy.
So, Kick-Ass, did you want to listen in or check that door that you're standing next to?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You click on that in the chat for me. So you you don't hear anything. The door doesn't seem to be trapped. It does have a very simple like lock on it, but doesn't seem to be engaged.
Okay. You guys just quickly check my character.
Is anybody by default detecting for magic?
I can.
I also can. I just like we're in the boss's office. It might not be a bad idea.
For what? I
Detect magic.
Detect magic?
Yeah.
Physically in this room.
Just like if somebody's already doing that by default, I don't want to like. No need for me to double up. I'm not going to doubt whatever they're finding.
I would have to wait 10 minutes to prepare it.
I mean, like I have it memorized as a cantrip already. Like I'm gonna cast detect magic, and if there's anything we're going to be aware
You
of.
can also set it as a
Bless
downtime
you.
activity that you're just kind of moving a little bit slower and constantly.
That's what I
keeping
was
that-
asking. Like if
keeping
somebody
that up.
was doing that by default, but I don't want to make that my default activity.
Sure, but if you specifically in this room,
Yeah, please. That's why I was asking if somebody already was doing that. Like, there's no need for me to also do it.
yeah, you're not finding anything in this room. Is triggering you. Triggering your detect magic skill. What were you looking for,
Already
kick
aware.
ass? You said you were looking in your character for something.
I wanted to make certain that I had my weapons out, but I'm ready to open the door if everyone's ready.
Do so.
Okay.
All right, so you open the door, and inside this seems to be like a washroom. It's surprisingly clean. Like even this room that you're in is clean, but like it has been used and stuff. But this room is just like immaculately clean.
I stepped in there and there's a portion of the. Oh, I know why.
Because you can't see in the
I
dark.
don't have a light on.
So yeah, other than that, it doesn't seem to be very much of interest in this room to you.
Okay. And let's go to this door right here. And I will listen. So I'll press the perception button. And I got the same score.
Question marks?
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, let me take a look here. So yeah, you don't hear anything. And the door does not seem to be trapped or locked.
Okay. Should I?
Yes.
Alrighty, this room here, you see an empty room that looks like it was maybe used for like a guard post. You see that a broken iron stool and a whetstone sits on the floor next to it. Other than there's stairs beyond that door that lead down. Or there's a door. We'll just say the door was open and you see stairs leading down. Since I spoiled that for you.
And since we probably don't want to go down yet, actually, I'm curious. I'm going to.
If we peek down the stairs, does it look like they go down like an entire AKA level?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'd say we probably don't want to go that way just yet.
Okay. Can I check for secret doors here?
Yeah. Let me see something here. Put a new one in the chat here.
Okay. Did we have checked the bathroom for secret doors?
Yeah, you can say you check both of these rooms with that check. And nothing comes up as secret door.
Okay.
I'm checking pretty thoroughly.
Okay. Do we head back out?
You sure so? What were the labels on the remaining doors that we haven't checked in this room?
Alrighty, so you have reading room to the south, but you've kind of, I don't know if you've gone down there into the room, but that's the room with the little beam of light above the entrance, like the doorway to that says reading room.
Okay.
Smaller doors are labeled a repair storage. One is marked workroom. One of the doorways in the hall that you haven't gone down really is marked safety, but it has a little carving of leaping flames.
Okay.
There's a personal quarters, scrivener's office. You just came out of the one named Belcora's office, and the one to the north of Belcora's office door, you see it says North Wing, and then the one that you've gone through before, which you guys can probably see Agriel, or that's where Agriel went into, like over here to the east is restricted section, like fire safety.
Which one was this one up here?
This above this doorway, like this hallway, it says North Wing.
Oh, okay. We don't. There is nothing on this door up here, or we don't know, or whatever.
Yeah, you don't see any signs up here.
Gotcha. Maybe check.
And you can
Scrivener's
tell, you could
office?
tell with the light that the hallway also hooks to the left. Like it hooks around. There's a door, but it also continues around the corner.
Gotcha. Maybe the scrivener's office. That sounds important. He's got his own office.
Yeah, maybe.
So that one would be down this hallway here to the south. There's like a little side hallway. And then Scrivener's office was this door here. I think. Do you guys call for kick ass?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on. We have another door. There's so many doors.
There are a lot of doors in this hallway that you haven't.
Yeah. Everyone just open a door at the same time.
And I'm betting that behind those doors are possibly more doors.
More doors.
Where are you going? You guys are going the opposite way. I think Codon's on follow mode or something. Yeah, they went down.
I beat
this
him
hallway
there.
here. Oh. Yeah, they went down this hallway here to where it said Scrivener's office.
Okay. Okay.
And to this door
Okay, which
to
one?
the
And
south.
we're gonna, and this door right here.
The door to the this one I believe read personal quarters.
That next.
Okay. So I'll do the perception.
Okay, so you hear some kind of soft like tapping every once in a while, and
At the chamber door.
yeah, what seems to be some kind of like muttering, but you can't really pick up.
I will put my fingers to my lips and just ask for a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Give a thumbs up.
Actually, before we do that, can I listen to
Ready?
Listen to that door
this
as
door
well.
too? Yeah. I need to have two monsters come out.
You hear some it sounds, yeah, you just hear some like very like wet ripping sounds.
Wet ripping sounds.
Yeah, wet sounding, like if someone was tearing some wet bed sheets or something. I don't know. With you
Oh,
roll,
really?
it probably took you a minute it would take you a minute, but like it definitely sounds like
There's a thing in there.
yeah, there's probably something eating in there.
Hmm.
So if we open, I'm going to suggest we step outside for a moment, regroup here so we can talk without disturbing the occupants.
Sure.
Okay.
It's kind of signal to back up a bit, let them know what happened
Yeah. I don't like the idea of talking
right at the doorway.
right at the doorway. So I hear sounds coming from both doors. If we open one door, we're likely to cause both doors to open.
Can we somehow bar one door?
Good question. They open in or out?
Probably both open into the room.
Yeah, they both open
Probably.
inwards.
Um,
You guys would probably know, like it would probably be kind of hard to barricade or lock those doors without making a bunch of noise doing so.
yeah. If they opened in, we could get a spike in one and then, or if they opened into us, we could do it, but
I would say we just could maybe pick this door here at this end of the hall first,
Mhm.
in case there's something there too. We don't have something also behind us. The door here.
good question.
But otherwise, like we came here to check the place out. Like, be aware there might be something from the other door, but let's pick a door and open it.
Like clear this one so it's not behind you if something goes wrong.
Yeah, I'm thinking like if we've got these kind of concerns, we want to check this.
I mean, if we're really concerned, at the very least, I've got caltrops.
I'll just let that same perception check. Like you listen at this door, you don't hear anything in this door.
Okay. So should we open?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go at the. Okay, so we're doing this door first. Got it.
So you open up, you see
Okay.
The
several
further away one.
you see several buckets of sand and a number of large barrels crowd this like clamped little closet storeroom. You see a simple wooden case with a closed lid attached to the back of the door. Like when you open it, you kind of hear something rattle and you look around and you see there's like a little wooden case attached to the back of the door.
Is the case locked?
No.
It's
It's kind of like, like when they hang first aid stations, places.
Okay.
It's kind of like that. It looks like it's a wooden case that'll open up to the side.
The bucket and barrels are for putting out fires. Couldn't open it and see if there's anything in it, but
Yeah, there's many barrels that are sealed up, but you can see like buckets that are just full of sand.
obviously a fire station kit. But like, go ahead and open it because it's like a healing potion or something in there. We want it.
how heavy are they?
Or what?
The barrels, these things right here.
So the larger barrels, like you try to like move one, it would probably take 2 or 3. Like they're really heavy. Even the buckets, they're full of sand. They're going to probably weigh like a decent amount.
Is it actually sand or is it some other material?
Seems to just be sand.
We're putting out fires.
Should we take the stand and pile it up against one of those doors over there to make it so we've kind of got a blockade?
I mean, they're kind of same area. Roll as far as like since I'm both being on the same square.
Yeah, the doors, like we filled the square, we're blocking both doors.
I mean, you think that someone strong could probably like, they wouldn't be able to lift the barrel, but like you could probably kind of tip it a little bit and roll it a little bit.
That would be loud.
Like kind of just.
Now, here's a question: are those barrels big enough to blockade be used as a blockade for the door?
That's what we just said.
That's what I'm thinking.
They could definitely be used for that. Then, like as heavy as they are, it would probably cause some sort of, like it would be difficult to get around, but it would also be difficult to get there without making noise. Like you would either have to like roll it, drag it, or I mean, you could probably go really slow and take a long time to do so.
Here's what I was thinking we could do. If we could roll it to one of the doors, open it, and then roll it into the door, we would have.
They seem a little bit. They seem like it would be really hard to fit through the. Like it would be a squeeze to fit them through the door. Even this door here, it would be like kind of a squeeze.
Oh, okay. Then how did they get in?
You would think that they're probably, as heavy as they are and the way they feel, they're probably just full of more sand, and they're meant for like, if a fire broke out, they would dump the sand on them, come back here, fill up the little bucket from the big barrel. Like they're not meant to be moved in and out.
Probably brought the barrels in empty.
I mean, it will fit through the door, but it's like.
I think we're being cautious to an excessive level. I think we're being a little excessive. But is there anything in the first aid kit?
Yeah, so you open it up, and inside of it is a wand.
Oh.
Ooh.
Give that to the wizard too. Is there any like suggestion of what this wand does? Is there something we would expect in a safety room like this, knowing the purpose? Like, is there like a common thing for like a wand of reduced fire or something? Is that like a common thing in game?
Wand of aloe vera.
I mean, so basically,
yeah, like a person, like what's is there a wand of heal?
You would know that like pretty much like any spell could be put into a wand, right? So,
but where we found it is kind of specific.
Yeah, there was, there would be probably a few spells. It could be if control fire or something. I don't know if that's an exact
water
spell, or create water or something like that. Yeah.
It's not a thing like we all grew up in the public education system on the fire alarms. Like it's not like a common thing that we know in the fire station is a wand of this. Like that's not a.
You would have to spend a minute, like you would either have to try to use it, see what happens, or maybe take some time to identify it. Basically,
Try use it.
You want me to put it on your character?
Sure.
All right. Yeah, I don't know if you can actually cast it, but from your character sheet. But if you say you try to use it, like you point, where do you point it to, and how do you use it?
Gonna start
Before you
with,
do, I'm going to back up just in case you blow yourself up.
Yeah, in case it's a
like sure,
fireball.
but like I'm very confident this is it's a benign thing.
Yeah, we'll just say you
Uh-huh.
pointed
Like,
down the
I'm gonna-
The
hallway.
last tombstone said.
We'll just say you pointed down the hallway far enough, and use it. The air, like, just kind of becomes foggy for a second, and then condenses, and like water just kind of like it just makes the air very moist.
Ooh, a wand of moist.
Yeah, and let's see,
Like
and wet. Like everything
like
in
a-
that area
a
is just
fog?
wet.
Fog cloud
wand of
create
wet
water.
moist.
It's a wand of quench. So like using it kind of let you know what happened.
Again,
It shall
like, very-
forever
it
be
wasn't
known as
gonna
a
be-
wand of moist.
Wand of moist air. It basically like draws the
Wand.
moisture out of the air and like makes everything wet. Not like it wouldn't be enough, I think, to fill a bucket full of water or anything like that, but it definitely would be enough moisture to like probably quench some fires.
Again, I was confident at first, and it wasn't gonna be an aggressive thing.
Yeah.
That is a handy thing that one of us should have. I already have a wand of heal because I'm the only one who can use it regularly. Does somebody want this wand of quench? I'm kind of eyeballing Cedric again, probably.
Can anybody, or do you have to have a base of something to use it?
You either have to have the
Have it on your
spell
spell
on your
list?
spell list, or you have to
Make a check.
Yeah, make a trick magic item check. You cause the air in an area to become super saturated with water vapor. Non-magical fires within the area are automatically extinguished. Fire creatures take 48 damage. Basic fortitude save. Choose one magical fire spell, or fire item in the area and attempt to counteract it. If you succeed against an item, the item loses its fire properties for 10 minutes. So if you did that to like Kodon's flaming sword, it would like not be usable with the fire property for 10 minutes.
Or did you say against a fire creature it does 4d8?
4d8
8-sided dice.
damage, yeah. With a basic fortitude save. and 48
What spell list is it on? Does it say? Oh, I looked at.
It's a
primal?
primal spell, yeah.
I
I don't know if any of you have
think
primal
mine's
spellcasting.
fine.
All right, I'm gonna try restarting Discord.
Okay.
Give him a minute, and then
I get primal spells from being a druid from my archetype. Right now, I only have cantrips on that.
yeah, but if it's a
But,
primal spell, it's on your spell list, right?
Then I get higher level druid spells. I would, but I get that from being my archetype. I'd have to use to get that. Does that mean I'd have to wait until I've picked the feat that would give me access to that spell? I assume.
I don't.
Like right now, like I like I'm a cleric, but I added the druid as my free archetype. And at that level, you've got access to a couple you pick some cantrip to prepare each day. Quench spell, it sounds like, is a higher level.
Yeah, it's a second level spell.
Second level spell. So like I'd have to use a feat for my archetype to get access second level spell. But, like, I assume at that point I could use it without a check. But right now, I would have to make a check, I would think. Right now, it's not on my list. I don't think. Unless just having access to that list at all lets me use it. Because I do have access to the primal spell list. I don't have access to that level of spell.
Yeah, I'm looking it up here to see casting spells from a wand. Okay, so what we learned is that if the spell is on your spell list, you can cast it from a wand or scroll. If it's not,
Even if that spell list comes from a dedication or something.
Yeah, otherwise you'd have to use trick magic item, which in order to use trick magic item, you have to be trained in arcana, nature, occultism, or religion.
Any of which spell you're trying to trick. We do want to find that guy's contract. I think that's
Yeah, otherwise he's going to arrest us.
and that's going to be a complication. This reminder, I don't think we need to like filter through the sand. Like, I think trying to move the barrels into the kind of let's just pick a door and open it. Like, even if it becomes a fight and the other door opens, I think we can handle it. It seems like that's not been the case. We could probably talk to the guys, at least one of them, and other, and we won't interfere with. I think don't open both doors at the same time. That's my opinion. Somebody pick a door and open. Trippy sounds or tap tap.
I will propose we open this door right here.
One with the ripping sounds?
Yeah.
That's probably the better one to open first. I agree.
Okay.
If I'm back this
got
far,
my-
I'm going to switch my spear for my bow.
Okay.
Okay,
Jeez,
I will open the door.
Draw that.
So do me a favor. Well, tell me first, do you just kick the door open or do you kind of like try to quietly open it? Or just open it normal?
I'll just open it normally because I've got the light on. So unless I extinguish the light, then I can't see anything. So I will open it. I've got my bow ready. And I should be eating right about now.
Yeah, so you step in this room and kind of hooks around the corner and you see this looks like basically like a little barracks or something, you know, some plain beds awkwardly stacked against the west wall. They seem to just piled up there. You see as you peek around the corner there, on this foul smell hits you, and you see on the floor like heaped chunks of foul smelling flesh and bone. And you see two ghouls who are like kind of just crouched down on the floor, having their midday snack, or I guess it's dinner time now. And as you kind of come in, especially with that light, they kind of like jump up and hiss at you. And first thing you'll do is roll initiative. All right, so one of these ghouls is like, as the light comes in, he sees the little short kick-ass. He's like, you know, he screams out, "Intruders!" and jumps up to, just kind of leaps across the room at you, kind of taking you by surprise like that. Well, I think you've seen them leap before, but remind you that they could do it. And he's going to target kick-ass and try to swipe at you with his claw. So That's gonna. You take 5 damage, and if you could give me a fortitude save, click on that in the chat there.
Okay.
Alrighty. Your body is getting kind of used to these things scratching you.
Good thing.
And the second one missed. Alrighty. Meredith, you are up.
I believe in 2 actions you hold a strike or a trigger.
Correct.
You use 2 of my actions to do that. I'll just be hanging back here with Cedric, making sure I have as clear a line I can down the hallway. I don't think Cedric would effectively be blocking my aim, and then there's a bunch of short guys. But if they start pulling back and something's following them, I'm going to shoot it. And that's 2 out of my 3 actions. I don't have anything else to do, so end my turn.
Alright. Do you want to maybe call out, be like, hey, pull back or anything like that?
Yeah.
I'll let them make that decision. Like
Okay.
they're grown adults. They know what they can handle or not. If they make the decision to pull out, I'm covering them. But if they think they've got it, like I trust them to do so.
Sure. This one's gonna move up, but he can't really do much.
I think they would also know that if I'm back here, I'm covering.
Maybe hold his action to attack when he gets, if something comes close to him. Kick ass, you are up.
Okay. Let's see. If I fire a bow at this range, I'm going to get a penalty, correct?
No.
Awesome.
Unless it's a longbow.
Nope.
If the thing has a reactionary strike, you could be triggering a punch in the face, but there's no penalty to your attack roll. This thing also
Okay.
probably does not have a reactionary strike, but be aware, like, that is what the penalty for doing this melee is.
Yeah, you've
If
seen
it did have that.
You've seen these things before, and they didn't seem to have that
I'm
ability.
pretty
So,
sure
yeah.
they did.
Okay.
Like this. That there's no reference. That roll.
You take 6 points. I will do a second attack.
That one
That
will miss.
miss. And I am going to back up 10 feet.
Alrighty.
And that would be the end of my turn.
Mezix, you are up.
Well,
you probably don't really see anything.
Yeah, so, and everyone's backing up, so I will stay where I am, and there's not really anything I can do.
You could ready an action to like throw a bomb or make an attack if anything steps in that
Oh.
hallway.
All right then.
If
I
you're not
will.
gonna do anything else, you might as well just ready an action.
You don't waste the bomb if you don't throw it.
You could also now, if you go over to let me test them.
You have like a thing or a crossbow or something.
Yeah, I've got a sling.
Ready that. Again, like better than just saying I do nothing and end my turn.
Yeah, already a sling.
I know you don't want to waste, like, you don't want to ready a bomb and throw it and not be an ideal situation for your limited bomb count.
I'm almost
the
out of bomb.
The bomb doesn't go
Yeah.
away. if you don't
But if
use
he-
it with it.
I wasn't planning on using a bomb anyways.
No worries.
So
So you're ready your sling
That's
to,
cool.
to attack. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Codon, you are up.
Can I hit this one from where I'm at?
No.
I remember what the rules on corner is.
Yeah, not around the corner. I mean, maybe like. See, this one's like a wall, like wall corner. It's not a full corner. Like you would have probably really good cover, at least. But I would, if it was like a wall corner.
Okay. So I'm gonna come up and hit this one. Maybe? Why is my striking not striking?
You have it equipped.
I have it as a macro, but the macro is not. Come on.
What is it you are trying to hit with?
There was an update recently. Your macro broke.
Yeah, the macros seem to be not working anymore. That's sad.
You probably re-drag it down or something. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
tried that and then it still doesn't work. But I can click it from inside my character sheet. It says I hit, so
Yep.
I will do some damage.
Make sure to do. Yeah.
It is many.
Yeah, you just
Splat.
splat
Any
that thing.
damages.
I will back up. So if I back up and they come down, everyone in this line of sight will be able to hit them, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'll do that. And that is my turn.
Alrighty. Yeah, this one is going to come in there. And so Meredith, you had your action held first. You can go ahead and let that arrow fly.
I will gladly do so.
And then Mezix, you can as well if it's still alive after Meredith hits
I don't think it will be.
it. Look at that. Critical hit.
My longbow has the deadly D10 on it. I mean, that's not bad. I wanted more, but 13 points of damage for my strike.
Alrighty, and then Mezix, your sling strike can go on.
We just didn't get to me yet. Okay.
A dinky one.
Whole point of damage. You never know. That could have been the one that ended it. Unfortunately,
like
it wasn't.
it's not 0.
So it's gonna try to strike here at Codon.
That's nothing.
Oh, critical fail. It's gonna
I
try
wasn't expecting all this stuff on my feet.
try to bite you and miss as well. That's its turn. Cedric.
We are going to telekinetic rend it. Do slashing. DC 19 basic fortitude save.
Does make it, but it still takes half damage. It is near death.
And that's our turn. That's my turn.
Alright.
We don't have anything.
Meredith, you are up.
Okay. Everybody looking so prim and healthy and hale. I am going to shoot the guy again. Sick.
Alrighty. Yeah, that one gives it a fatal blow right through the neck.
And then, I believe I'm going to use my other 2 actions to ready an arrow for if anybody else steps up into that view. But correct me if I'm wrong. A held action like that being triggered and using a reaction like a strike where it doesn't use my multi-attack penalty, I believe.
Because it's a reaction, yeah. I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, like I think it effectively for 1 turn gives me a reactionary strike. Like effectively.
And everybody gets
I will
one.
do that and end my turn. I will ready another arrow.
Alright, you're not going to have to wait long because this thing is going to come around the corner.
Wasn't thinking so. I'll target that guy and fire on him.
Also, Codon, since it stepped up and moved within your range, you can use a reactive strike.
Wonderful. Come
I
on.
missed.
Reactive.
I think I was close, but I missed.
Splat.
Holy.
Yeah, that,
That didn't count as a critical at a 30?
did you haven't, it would, I don't know why it's not, you haven't
Somehow
targeted?
attacked without having them targeted.
I have him targeted.
Yeah, he has them targeted.
Weird.
Just go ahead and roll the damage. That was a critical hit.
Oh shit.
That might not be enough. Might leave a hole in the ground, but not the floor below.
Left an outline of him on the wall. That's about it.
Yeah, this is like leaving a nuclear shadow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he around the
Left
corner
a
seeing
memory of him.
he like took in a deep breath and like opened his mouth like he was just about to shout something, and Codon shoved his sword right down, right in his gullet, or in his mouth, and through the back of his skull. And that combat,
Extra dead.
and everyone gets XP.
Let's do more stuff.
Yeah, again,
let's
this room,
search that
as you step in, Codon, like, it's just, the beds are kind of piled up against the wall, like, haphazardly, like, they're not even being used anymore. There's kind of a table. It's piled full of just, like, flesh and bones and gore. It smells really good in there, too. All right.
We go over the room.
Yeah, I mean,
Tooth, comb of fine teeth. Like, we look for traps. We look for secret doors. We look for anything of value. Anything of danger.
yeah, that fight was fairly quick. Want to do a search? Go ahead and
I will get up there. Okay.
click on that in the chat there. Yeah. Yeah, you look through the room, and you don't find any secret doors. There's really not much of interest in here. It just seems to be mostly this stuff. Meredith is able to spot, like, there's at least 3 people's worth of bones and stuff here. One of them was probably a dwarf. Other than that, like, nothing useful for you guys unless you wanted to start eating some rotten flesh.
I come back out here and get ready for them to open the next door.
Okay.
Any here expecting more tight quarters, I'm gonna stop back to my here again. Mentioning so that later, like, it doesn't keep the action initiative. Action economy, rather.
Sorry, what is it you were doing?
Swapping back from my bow to my spear again, just because it seems like we're going to be in tighter quarters, like I'd have to move around a corner.
Sure. Alrighty, so I had that door locked just in case you guys clicked on it on accident, but and you did hear some sounds from coming from this door here.
That mother.
Hold on, I'll
Okay.
trade spots with you.
I will. Oops. For we all in the right place.
Hold on, you want to move up? Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Door's open.
Okay.
And
Alright.
I will release an arrow.
Well,
Boing!
you're just gonna shoot right away.
Yeah.
Let me at least tell you what you see in the room. He shoots the wall, like you just open the door and shoot the wall in the hallway. So you see this room that once might have served as like a writing studio, but it's just covered in tiny swatches of like scraps of what appears to be skinned flesh marked with tattoos. You see sitting at a table with like a workspace in the middle of the room is a ghoul. He's got like an apron on, and he's like got this piece of what looks to be some kind of skin, and he's was like kind of pounding on it with some like needles and ink. But when you open the door, his head does whip up. I just want to show you the picture of this guy because it's
Friendly.
He's got some little spectacles on, but
Just a little old guy with claws.
Yeah, and he seems to be basically tattooing that piece of flesh that's on there. But Kick-Ass, you are loosing an arrow, so as you open the door and do that, we'll roll initiative.
Just gonna shoot Grandpa, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, that wasn't bad.
Alrighty, Kick-Ass, go ahead and let your arrow fly.
Okay. You hit.
Yeah, hits.
He's even got a name and everything. Probably has like a story.
5 points.
That miss, as like you go to shoot him again, he whips up that piece of flesh and the arrow just gets in there, but it's enough to make it miss. One more action.
Okay. I will move in over here. I will move in here. I will move here. I will move here. Okay, now I'm done.
Alrighty. He's going to spend one round telling you all the obscene things that he is going to tattoo on your face before he eats it.
No.
And then he's going to jump over this desk here.
On the initiative tracker, I think it's turned.
Oh, you know what it was is I think Kick-Ass probably clicked
double.
next to you.
Yeah, double.
And then he's going to... Oh, that's the wrong one. He's going to try to bite you. I must target. I thought he could target. Oh, probably skip. Alright, and that did hit you. Would have hit you with nimble dodge anyway, so damage. So you take 20 damage,
Whoa!
and if you could
It's not
give me
nice.
a fortitude save.
Okay.
And now your rolls are all secret if you care.
Oh, I do. Sorry.
I thought you did, that's why I mentioned it.
Alrighty. So you are paralyzed.
Oh,
You probably have a hero. Was that a failed save?
You did fail
You're right. I do
save.
have a hero point.
You have a hero point to try again
So I am going to.
if you think you can do better.
Yeah.
Slightly better than 50-50 chance.
Hero point.
You are still
Okay.
paralyzed.
And it was stopping on the 18, but it just. Okay. I didn't save.
Alright. Mezix, you are up.
All right. Yep. I guess I will move up. And get. So, there we go. Getting right inside, and there's 1, 2, 3. And I will toss a bottle of lightning at him. Aha!
Alright, yeah, that hits.
And he is off guard. Splash damage is only to him.
And why is... Oh, yeah, because you're paralyzed. Just want to make sure, like, I was like, I didn't apply that to Kick-Ass. So, yeah, he is off guard now. Took 7 total. And that's 1 action. 2 actions with your move.
Yep. And I will follow up with Sling. Nope.
Alrighty. And there it is. You are up.
Okay, I am gonna start off with some moves. Stride 10. Which was, I thought it was 20. Yeah, that's good. I'll stop my stride there. This guy is barley cakes. I am gonna do some magic. I don't think I have target yet. Hold on. Target. And cast. If you could put that cool nifty effect on him when he takes a total of 7 damage with 2 persistent electric that does all the magnet stuff. That was a move for 1 action, a spell for 2 actions. It is a
And that was
That's you, dude. Total of 7. I think he takes the persistent. I don't know if he takes it right away and then alt. I think he takes it right away and then alt.
yeah, he takes persistent damage, and then also what?
And then also takes it at the end of his turn. At the start of his turn.
Well, he takes 7 damage now, and then persistent is at the end of his turn. He takes it and then makes the save.
Oh yeah. Just a 7 with 5.
And then while he has it, metal weapons get a +1 to attack.
Yep. And electric attacks get attack and -1 getting. Yep. That was it. I ended my turn already. So he's moving up and doing stuff.
So you step up and swing and a miss.
So I am right clicking and I'm not getting the little pop-up anymore
For right clicking
to
for
do
what?
the reroll.
Oh,
You have to, sometimes you have to scroll down.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
That-
right click and then scroll a little bit.
you are right. That's what it was. That is so weird.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it doesn't go above it. Sometimes it does. It's
Oh, that's worse. What a waste. Okay, well, that's my second one.
that's dice for you, baby.
Yes. Oh, no, that's my first one. My second one will be this one. Metal! I wish it would keep the stupid modifier. Yes. Not good.
Your dice are loving you, man.
So it ate my reroll. I tried to do a reroll and then like it started scrolling down.
Yeah, it looks like it did re-roll it, and it just rolled another 1.
You do see the 2 1s?
Yeah, I see 2 9s. You know, see the 9 that's kind of grayed out above it, and then the one below.
Oh, there it is. Wow, that dice are just.
Yeah, I think you need new dice.
I think it turned off the whole roll streak thing, so otherwise it would have said, yeah, roll streak. Wow, Codon rolled 1 twice in a row. Yeah, I think you need to go change your dice up or something. So that's your turn?
That's my turn. Huh.
Cedric.
That was sadness all around.
That was.
I'm gonna step in. We're gonna cast.
Get a bonus if it's electric.
Electric Art. DC
Alright.
19 reflex save.
And he gets a -1 for the charged
Correct, yep.
javelin. Can't -1 on that. Yeah, he critically failed it, so go ahead and roll your damage. He's gonna use a hero point and reroll action. No, it's a joke. That would be
Like,
fun.
wait, what?
5 electric damage.
Alrighty. And was there any other? Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right, kick ass. You are up. You can do something like recall knowledge or anything mental. Otherwise, you can try to save. Give me a second, and I will put it in the chat. This is one of those. This is the one that does like every round it starts to fade, so it gets a little bit easier. You could click on that for me.
Let me check something. Okay, I'm going to dive out of danger.
I don't think you can do that when you're paralyzed. What does it say?
You succeed at the saving throw without needing to roll.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that-
Well, maybe
And-
you can.
Isn't that like a reflex?
But I think it's a reflex.
Yeah, it is reflex.
Yeah, this
is
is a
reflex.
fortitude that you're trying to make.
Okay. Okay. Let me try it. Okay, I'll do a fortitude.
Alrighty, you are still paralyzed.
Okay. I'm done.
Alrighty, it tells you, Codon, that it's going to tattoo this very racist limerick about dwarves and just awful things on your body once he kills you.
A little bit of salt in that wound.
Yeah.
Don't forget his 2 damage.
It's at the end of his turn, yeah. Thanks for running me there. And
Reactive shield because he was trying to do magic close to me.
I think you can active shield. I think it's like an enemy hits you.
Oh no, that's
with
just
a
I can
melee
raise my
strike.
shield.
Oh, it's yeah. You immediately use the raise a shield action. It wouldn't help.
Yeah.
So you don't want to use your reaction on it. So it is going to do. $20 slashing damage to you.
Oh no, reactive shield. No, that is that one. It is the shield. What's the difference between the shield block?
Shield block. You have to have had your shield raised. and then you could use the shield to block some of the damage. You basically reduce it by a certain amount.
Oh, okay.
And then the rest of it gets sent to you and your shield. So give me a click on the fortitude save in the chat.
Okay.
I think you have 1 hero point left.
I do.
There you go.
Hey, there's a success.
Alrighty, and then he's going to turn his attention to the easy target here.
Rude.
Yeah.
The easy target.
Oh my god.
I mean, and
Oh,
Kick-Ass
Kick-Ass
falls
gets down.
unconscious.
Oh.
Mezix, you are up. I mean,
all right.
Kick-Ass is the one just busting the room, shot him with the arrow. I think he's gonna. He's like, you know what? I
All
still
right.
have a bone to pick with you.
Screw it. Last firebomb.
A skin to pick.
Oh, real quick. Keep forgetting it doesn't auto apply the damage, but he also gets to roll his save. And he does not save. Alrighty, and then he takes the fire.
And now has persistent fire damage as well.
He's stacking up these effects on him.
Yep.
Alrighty, and that was one action.
Yep.
Right?
And then slingshot. And let's see. That's it for me. There's nothing more that I can really do. I gotta try again with the sling, but it's -1 at that point to hit.
I mean, you never know. You might as well. I mean,
I suppose, yeah.
there's a shot to hit and or do nothing. I mean, you'd see, or move out of the room, I guess. But
Critical miss.
never know unless you. Well, look at that. You got that critical miss out of the way, though.
Yeah.
Already Meredith.
And he's no longer off guard.
Okay. Does that only last for 1 round?
It lasts until the end of my next turn. So since it came all the way back around, it's now gone.
If you're talking, Sean, you're on mute.
I was on mute, but I'm thinking. If I cast heal as a 3-round action, it does the burst. It says it hits all targets, all living and undead creatures in the burst. Meaning it would do damage to undead creatures in the burst, and it would also heal
heal.
living creatures even if they're not my friend.
Correct.
I think those things are dead. And I have 2
Oh yeah.
friends who suddenly
Yeah,
don't
those were
look.
those were ghouls before. This is also a ghoul, right?
That is my assumption. Is yeah, it's a ghoul or some other elevated form of undead. So I'm going to cast it as a.
One way to be sure would be to do a recall knowledge check, but that's an action in combat. So you just do the 30-foot emanation? So he's got to make the fortitude save.
And
How?
all living creatures. So, like, all of you who are my friends and alive.
He did succeed, but he'll still take half.
Get 4 hit points. -2. So half to him and 4 to each of anybody who needs it.
I think only.
Which important for Kick-Ass means he's conscious, but I believe he now no longer has the dying condition and does have the wounded condition.
Correct. So if he goes down again, he'll start at dying 2.
So you're saying we all take a heal?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
only you
Coda,
and
you all
Kick-Ass were.
have 4
And
hit points.
I applied it. I applied it for
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, Codon's slightly farther from being unconscious.
Kick-Ass is conscious, but is still laying down, and you have the wounded condition, meaning if you get knocked unconscious again, you're gonna start off close.
Okay.
All right, Codon, you are up.
Okay, let's try this again. The metal thing is still in effect, right?
It sure is.
Sure is. Yeah.
But come up.
That looks better.
Nice. 24 fire damage. There too.
Okay, and I'll hit him again.
Don't you mean you'll try?
Oh no, I will. I am determined.
Long way. Yeah, it does.
Alrighty, and another 19.
Ha!
And you
His head pops off.
slice his head off.
Hey.
We will end this combat. Here, I'm sure Kick-Ass is very relieved that this thing's dead.
Medic!
I'd like to propose that we
As he dodges the head.
go back to town.
I can definitely treat wounds. I still have one more heal spell left as well. I definitely want to, like, even if our plan is to get out of here, I want to make sure these guys are in better condition on our way out. Do we want to search this before we go? I mean, we did kill the guy already. Well, I was taking, and I give one of the heal wands back to Cedric just for safekeeping, if nothing else. I'm gonna do that as well. Oh,
You're giving me back an empty wand?
it recharges daily.
Okay.
But like, if I were to fall in a pit of acid or get burned up by a fire, like, I want at least one heal wand to be on somebody else.
Alrighty, so you guys are returning to town?
Yeah.
In this room, real quick, before I forget,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
you guys were searching the room while we were doing all that. There wasn't really much. You see, like on the desk there, like he was working on this like flesh of skin from some sort of creature, and he was like making a tattoo. It's unfinished, but you can easily tell it's of if a female that you've seen around before in other depictions in this dungeon, seems to be
Wait.
like making that person very regal looking and powerful looking. You also
He's doing
do find
artwork, doing like a picture of her. You're saying?
Yeah,
Oh, the tattoo.
correct. You also do find 2 more bulks of books on magical tattoos. It's about tattoo and artistry and historical tattoos of interest. That would be on, you think would be acceptable to moral ban. Like one of them might have been on his list. Who had the books?
I did
put
so
on.
far.
Oh,
I still have them. Once he turned on the no encumbrance thing, it was like, yeah, I don't care. They could be on my character. I know we as a party are carrying them. But I have them so far.
You guys are able to make your way back up the stairs. You know, a couple different stairways at this point going up. Make your way back to town. It's by the time you get to town, it's getting fairly late. It's about 6:30 in the evening. The sun is setting. It's been a very long day for you guys. You guys did a lot.
But we're not quite level.
oh yeah. I still have the gauntlet blueprints. I don't know, in order to go over those.
Yeah, so like spend your time overnight reading them, and spend your time reading the journal. There was Belcora's journal. There was the Gauntlet blueprints. Okay. There are 3 blueprints. I will put them in the journal. I'll figure out how to do that later, but I'll show them to you. I'll put them in here. Library level. So I think it's just of the first few levels. They don't seem to be complete. That one is for
Okay.
ground level. Then there's one for the library level, which you guys are on, which will be helpful. Show it to you that way. It looks better, I think. And I'll
Okay,
make them,
so-
if you go to the blueprint, or if you go to the tab for the journal, you'll see them.
Oh yeah, this is
I'm just making
fantastic.
them. Yeah, and then servants' quarters. Which was like the level above. And there's quite a bit of areas that you see that you guys haven't explored on both.
Yep.
Both of
Yeah,
those
there
maps.
is.
So those should be very, very helpful.
We haven't found the contract. Have we checked the librarian's workroom and the librarian's chamber?
I do not think so. We have also not checked the Rivener's workshop or the office and the study down at the south end of that wing. We haven't checked up at the north end. We haven't checked the historical archive. We haven't checked the expansion. Sure hope we don't have to check the incinerator for it, or that dude's gonna be out of luck. Like there's a secret scriptorium off of the scriptorium, which makes me think that scriptorium might be a good place to check. Yeah, off of the restricted collection, we haven't checked the scriptorium or the secret scriptorium.
and then the hallway we're in. I don't think we've checked the Scrivener's workshop, or south of that, the office. There's a lot of rooms we haven't checked yet. We just have to avoid going anywhere near the prison until we get that guy contract.
All right, so I just labeled them BP, A, B, and C for the levels.
All
That
right.
way. So yeah, you and what I'll do here is, now that you can see this like blueprint and you see like that elevator, you see where it connects to things. I'll go ahead and delete the level C2, because then you're able to connect the dots with those. That way you can track where you've been, where you haven't still. But for this level, yeah, those blueprints were a good find.
So that room that had the giant eye in the wall, there does look to be a room behind there. The spying hall.
Yeah. One of the spells that I carry around is a dispel magic. Tried that. I'd have to like take the save or get over the fear before I could do that, probably. I could look at frightened. It might not stop me from doing that.
Were we just in the Scrivener's workshop?
Yes.
Did we know there were 2 other doors in that room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you guys were like pretty much out of resources, kind of.
Yeah, we didn't want to proceed.
Like if you
Getting over our heads with what little we had left.
But knowing that one of those paths leads to the elevator, I don't think we really need to bother with that direction.
We
But
don't
yeah,
want
check
to
them.
two doors. Yeah.
Although
Check out the office and
that
storage.
path that leads to the elevator, the path that leads to the elevator also leads to an office and a study.
I mean, haven't we been in the office and study before?
take a look here.
Yeah,
So-
mushroom and ghoul fight.
Yeah, so it wasn't really office and study like that. Maybe that's what it was. So like, keep in mind, like you guys
that's
know
what
that
it's
where it says
labeled out in the
office.
blueprint.
Yeah, that said office. That's where they were growing mushrooms, and the study was where there was like a pile of
Yeah.
stuff. The Scrivener's workshop was like the tattoo. Tattoo guy that was gonna tattoo your faces and stuff.
Tattoo obscenities.
You guys did the author's hall. I think you guys went through that, but the scriptorium you didn't go. I think you said that. You noticed the secret spying hall off that door. And
You're missing a door that we should know about in the tower conduit on that floor. We know there's a door there, but we haven't opened it, so it should be like a door icon on the west side to the portal chamber.
no, that's a secret door.
Oh.
Yeah, like you looking at that
Okay,
blueprint,
never
and you're
mind.
like, there wasn't a door over there.
Yeah, like it doesn't on the blueprint.
Yeah,
it
it doesn't.
note between secret or regular, so I thought it was a regular door that we should have.
Same with like the spying hall. Like when you guys looked into the room with the eyeball,
We didn't see a door there.
see a door
so
there.
that's
Yeah.
door two. Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
I think the prison.
We like briefly saw the prison.
Yeah, it says there's 2 doors there, but there's not. I don't know.
No.
why. Maybe it's 2 cells in there or something. But on the map
probably.
itself, but on the map itself,
Yeah.
there's not. So I don't know if that's just someone made a mistake or something. Looking at that, I was like looking for secret doors you guys might have passed and not noticed that you would be like, hey, there wasn't there wasn't anything there. What's going on? But yeah. Other than that, so you guys have like kind of a good idea of at least that third level. Also, the second level, the map B, you guys have not studied.
Yeah.
Have not gone in a bunch of those. Any
A
of
bunch
the
of
ones
those,
on
yeah,
the other
like the-
island?
Servants' quarters area. Wait,
yeah,
no.
you went in that
Yeah, we
big
have.
room, but you haven't gone in
or
like the
the
smaller.
exhibit hall in the war room up at the north.
Yeah, or like the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then down below, like the quarters themselves, like that hallway that's like down there. There's stairs there, but that's where they collapsed.
Mm.
And then there's some small rooms, office and washroom and house steward. Those areas you didn't go through.
Oh, we've got a lot to explore.
Yeah.
So much.
I think on level A, you've pretty much, other than the island, the little island across the way, that on level A, you haven't done anything over there either. So, but for the most part,
Yeah.
most part A, except for that
Workshop.
island.
Yeah, the lens workshop foyer and tools.
Thanks
thanks
for
for
joining
covering the man.
everyone. Yeah, for coming in on Saturday instead. See you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
See you guys in 2 weeks.